What if I told you there's a hidden habit, one so subtle, so quietly ingrained in daily life, that it's draining your energy, eroding your confidence, and anchoring you to a life you don't want? You find yourself tired, aimless, stuck in a repeating cycle that feels impossible to break. But what if the key to unshakable willpower, raw masculine energy, and true personal transformation has been right in front of you all along? Stay with me, because once you understand what I'm about to reveal, you will never see this habit the same way again. Let's talk about masturbation, a topic often shoved under the rug, avoided in polite conversation, yet nearly everyone has experience with. Some argue it's normal, harmless, even healthy. But have you ever truly paused and questioned its effects on your life? What if I told you that this seemingly innocent act is quietly sabotaging you from the inside? The ancient Stoics, some of the most profound thinkers the world has ever known, recognized something that today's modern society often refuses to confront. They understood the cost of pleasure chasing, the necessity of discipline, and the profound secret of mastering one's impulses. Today, I'm going to share that timeless wisdom with you. Wisdom that could help you shatter the chains of addiction, reclaim your inner strength, and completely transform the trajectory of your life. The problem: why this habit is secretly wrecking you. Let's be real. You've felt it, the guilt, the fatigue, that emptiness that sinks in after giving in. The fog in your mind. That strange sensation that something essential within you is quietly slipping away. But why does this happen? Science shows that every time you engage in this act, your brain experiences a flood of dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure. It feels good for a moment, sure, but there's a catch. Repeated exposure to this dopamine surge causes your brain to become dependent on instant, effortless gratification. It's like an addiction, and like all addictions, there's a price to pay. You begin to feel lethargic, uninspired. Your motivation to chase real-world goals fades. Why strive for greatness when your brain is already being rewarded with nothing achieved? You're robbing yourself of ambition in exchange for a fleeting high. The Stoics saw this coming centuries ago. Long before modern psychology and neuroscience, they warned us about indulgence and the dangers of becoming a slave to our own urges. So what exactly did they teach? And how can you apply their principles today to rise above this habit and reclaim your fire? The Stoic insight: the trap of pleasure. Seneca, one of Stoicism's greatest voices, once said, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." That truth echoes through the ages. Every time you submit to this urge, you're reinforcing a mindset of dependency. You tell yourself, "I need this." But the truth is, it's not you in control. The habit is. Marcus Aurelius, Rome's philosopher king, taught that real strength lies in ruling over your desires, not being ruled by them. He understood that the more you seek pleasure, the more it begins to own you. The more you crave instant highs, the more distant true fulfillment becomes. Think of history's greatest men, warriors, sages, emperors, creators. They all had one thing in common. They exercised dominion over their impulses. They didn't let temporary urges determine their destiny. And because of that, they rose to greatness. While others remained bound by their cravings, these men soared. The solution: how to break free and reclaim your power. So how do you escape this invisible prison? How do you take back your will, your purpose, your masculine energy? The answer lies in three timeless Stoic principles: self-discipline, purpose, and energy transmutation. Self-discipline, the gatekeeper of freedom. Epictetus famously said, "No man is free unless he is master of himself." That's where your journey begins. Real discipline isn't about self-denial. It's about prioritizing what truly matters over what's momentarily pleasurable. Each time you resist that urge, you train your mind. You forge resilience. You sharpen focus. With repetition, those urges weaken. Your mind becomes stronger than your cravings, and that is the first step to freedom. Find your purpose. Replace the habit with something greater. The Stoics believe that a man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, doomed to drift. This is one of the core reasons so many fall into the trap of this habit. They lack a higher calling. They don't have a vision to pursue or a mission that fuels them. Ask yourself, if you were building an empire, mastering a craft, or chasing a legendary goal, would you really have time for empty indulgence? The solution is to fill that void with something meaningful. Direct your energy toward goals that ignite your spirit, whether it's fitness, entrepreneurship, or mastering your intellect. Pursue something bigger than yourself. Transmutation, channeling your energy into power. Here's a truth few men understand today. Your sexual energy is your most potent internal force. The greatest warriors, artists, inventors, and thinkers throughout history knew this. They believed that this energy, if wasted, drained a man's vitality. But if harnessed and redirected, it could become an unstoppable engine of creation, focus, and ambition. Nikola Tesla, one of the most brilliant minds of all time, chose celibacy not because he was a monk, but because he recognized the power of redirection. He took the energy that others wasted and used it to fuel his genius. This is what the Stoics meant. Don't squander your essence on empty pleasure. Recycle that force into discipline, into purpose, into greatness. The climax. What happens when you finally quit? Imagine waking up every morning with fire in your chest. No guilt, no shame, just clarity, power, unbreakable focus. You feel alive, driven, in control. Your confidence explodes. Your testosterone levels normalize and even rise. Your mind becomes razor sharp, and most importantly, you gain dominion over your own thoughts and actions. This isn't just about giving up a habit. It's about becoming the version of yourself that you've always known you were capable of becoming. It's about true freedom, the kind the Stoics spoke of. The kind that transforms men into legends. Conclusion. The final challenge. So now, it's your decision. Will you remain stuck in the loop, watching your strength and potential erode? Or will you break the chain and rise? Will you allow a temporary habit to rob you of your purpose? Or will you conquer it and step into your true power? Remember this. No great man in history was controlled by his urges. The ones who shaped the world were those who first mastered themselves. If you're ready to walk that path, if you're ready to embrace the strength, the clarity, and the freedom that self-mastery brings, then make sure to subscribe. This is your invitation to begin. Your journey to becoming unshakable starts right now.